You could see them fire a rocket, you'd hear the alarm, and they would hit the town. And one time we were sitting there and literally I saw the rocket fired, I heard the alarm, we ran into a building, boom, heard it hit outside, ran out. 1 minute later I was on the scene of, where a missile had just hit. The borders to Gaza were closed. There was no way to get in and see for yourself what was going on inside. We had to do what we could, and that was to sort of, get on hilltops and watch, see. And constantly you would hear drones flying around. You could, an air war is a strange thing to watch because you can't really see anything coming, and the next thing you see are huge explosions on the horizon. We had already heard the neighborhoods that were the most severely damaged and hit, and we headed for one of them. This was Tuam, and we were literally driving in the same time everybody was either driving in or walking in back to their neighborhoods to see what was left of their houses. These neighborhoods were completely razed. I mean, I have this picture from the top of a building, and it is just devastated. You really have to focus, and you have to start looking for, the people in the rubble and what are they doing. There's this kid, and he's collecting nails. He's what are you doing? I know he's a little kid, but he's taking this little pan, and he's collecting nails, and he's handing them to his father, who's like got a big jar of nails now. As people came back, they were looking at their houses, they're crying, they've lost everything, and what do? That's what I would do. I mean, I would sit down and I would grab a stick and wonder what I'm going to do next. These kids had been left in the house, and these kids laid next to dead or dying family members for 5 days before a Red Cross ambulance could come in and get them. They had this look in their eye, I mean, truly something was not right with them anymore. Weird little things tug at you. Everybody's left this house. It's in absolute ruins, and the dog doesn't even know where to go. He's alive, and he's just sitting there on a piece of the house. He was there at 11 o'clock or whatever it was when I showed up. And he was there at 3 o'clock when I left. I mean, this guy was sitting there, same thing. 11 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock when I left, staring at his house. This water tank that had clearly been hit with tank rounds. It ended up looking like this weird monster on the top of this hill looking over this town. I was walking across the edge of the cemetery, and I saw him digging this little tiny hole. And I knew it was a kid, and I sort of looked across the cemetery, and there was a father walking up, and he's holding this little tiny bundle, and it was his baby. When you leave, you think, how is this going to get anybody anywhere? You just try to show that both sides are affected deeply by it.